Once again, it's on. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Heat Check Collectibles. In today's video, we'll be reviewing Marvel cards, but not just any Marvel cards. No, we're talking about the granddaddy of them all, the 1990 Marvel Universe Series 1 trading card set. 162 base cards and a 5 hologram insert set. So today we'll be talking about which cards in the set are the most popular, most expensive, what to look for when buying and or grading these cards, and if it's still wise to invest in this set. 162 cards. Let's get started. It's broken up into, first of all, we have our superheroes. Superheroes like Captain America and the Spider-Man in the symbiote costume. That's one of the more popular, but what you'll find in the set is that there's several versions of the same character. For instance, we have the Hulk, Daredevil, Nick Fury, Thing, Professor X, and now this is a good example. See now, Cyclops, this is the old school Cyclops, 1990 like we said, but notice the bordering. It seems like this card is pretty even around all four borders. So that's one thing you look for when looking to grade the card, and then make sure there's no smudges. The corners are crisp. Now these are all from a box that I broke last year, and then I put them directly into storage. So you can see the corners are decent, well centered. So that's some things you want to look for when you're sending them to be graded. So, like we say, we have Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Wolverine, one of the more popular, and this is probably the most popular version. But like we said, there's multiple versions of Wolverine: Phoenix, Power Man, Dazzler, Dagger, Quasar, Submariner. See, there you have a secondary version of the Hulk. That's the Gray Hulk. Thor, Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, popular card. Archangel. Now we get into our X-Men with Iceman, another Wolverine, Storm, Shadowcat, Moon Knight, Lockheed, Aunt May, another Spider-Man. This is the you can see the base Spider-Man, if you will. But take a look at what the stats that they have on the back. Now this was basically modeled after the basketball and baseball cards of the day, with the stats, wins, losses, things like that. So you can see his height, weight, battles fought, wins, losses, ties, and his win percentage. Imagine Spider-Man only winning 58% of the time, right? And then his arch enemies, things like that, and then a blurb about him. So that's Spider-Man, and then you see another Spider-Man right behind him. This is Cosmic Spider-Man. So there's some small differentiations between the variations of Spider-Man. And you see another Captain America, Silver Surfer, Human Torch, Doctor Strange, Havoc, Colossus, another Wolverine. This is Patch, I believe. Right, there you go. Wolverine, Patch, Nightcrawler, She-Hulk, Captain Britain, Rogue, Iron Man, Invisible Woman, Punisher. Sticking with our superheroes, Longshot, Beast, Punisher again, Storm again. That's like a Roro Monroe. That's not the regular old Storm. Elektra, Cloak, Wasp, and now you get into your supervillains. Now there's some supervillains that are really popular, and once we get to them, we'll point them out. You have Kingpin, Baron Zemo. Loki is one of the popular supervillains, goes for a decent price. Juggernaut, Nightmare, Sabretooth, Electro, Dr. Octopus, Dr. Doom, and all these are also dependent upon the centering and things like that we mentioned earlier, what you can get for them or what they'll go for when they're graded. Enchantress, Magneto is a popular one. Bullseye, Mr. Sinister, Sandman, Lizard, Mole Man, Dormammu, Leader, Blob, Black Cat. Venom is a good card to get. Green Goblin, Galactus, Mandarin, High Evolutionary, Mephisto, Thanos, a very good card to get. You know, we had Avengers Endgame a couple years ago. Thanos is a popular card. Apocalypse, Red Skull, and then Marvel did, and just to mention, this set is considered everyone's rookie card because it's the first Marvel set. But then there was also an insert for rookies, and there's about 6 of them, I believe. You had Ghost Rider, Deathlock, Guardians of the Galaxy, New Warriors, Nomad, and Fool Killer. So after those, now you get into your famous battles. And with the famous battles, you had Thing vs. Hulk, Fantastic Four vs. Galactus, Fantastic Four vs. Doctor Doom, Thor vs. Surtur, Spider-Man vs. Kraven, Spider-Man vs. Dr. Octopus, Daredevil and Bullseye, Daredevil vs. Kingpin, Silver Surfer vs. Mephisto. Try to get you a good view of these. Captain America vs. Red Skull, the Dark Phoenix Saga, X-Men vs. Avengers, and not too well centered, but this one is X-Men vs. Magneto. A little heavy on the left. X-Men and Fantastic Four. Now, when you get back into the famous battles, like I said, if they're not well centered, then PSA or any of the other grading companies, probably not worth it. You get into your Spider-Man famous battles, Nick Fury vs. Hydra, Armor Wars, Daredevil and Wolverine, Daredevil and Punisher, Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin, Spider-Man vs. Hobgoblin, Hulk vs. Wolverine, Hulk vs. Spider-Man, Wolverine vs. Captain America, Silver Surfer vs. Thanos, X-Factor vs. Apocalypse, X-Men vs. Freedom Force, Wolverine and Sabretooth, X-Men in the Savage Land, Iron Man vs. Titanium Man, Thor vs. Loki, we all know about that one, the first Kree-Skrull War, and then you get into a set pretty much highlighting the most valuable comics. So let's put these off to the side. And we'll just take a look at them briefly. And usually these are pretty well centered. So sending these in, everyone else may send these in also. So, you know, you'd have to think about that when you send these in. But this one seems to go for a pretty penny ungraded. So this is definitely this Wolverine most valuable comic one to get. So then after the most valuable comics come our team pictures. And these are some nice team pictures here. Avengers, X-Men, another X-Men pictures. Wolverine in both of those? Okay. Cloak and Dagger. The New Mutants. Original X-Factor. Excalibur. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Sinister Six. The Hellfire Club. Look at Sebastian Shaw. OG. Alpha Flight. And then you had a subset called Spider-Man Presents, where Spider-Man would talk to several of the other heroes or villains in the Marvel Universe. People like Doctor Doom, Dr. Octopus, Incredible Hulk, Silver Surfer, Thor, double Thor, huh? Okay. Punisher, Magneto, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and then this is one of the most sought after cards in the group. This is the Stan Lee Mr. Marvel rookie card. This probably is the one of the most expensive outside of the hologram cards. But Stan Lee's rookie card, if you can get your hands on this, this is something that's definitely worth keeping. Or if you're into the short game, you can flip. And then last of all, 162 of the checklist. Not really last of all. That's really last of all of the base set, because then, as you can see, we have here the holograms. And there's 5 insert holograms, but I only have 4 here. I'll try to put up a picture of the 5th one. But right here you have Wolverine, Magneto, Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin, and Silver Surfer. So I'm 98% sure that the one I'm missing is the Spider-Man, Cosmic Spider-Man hologram. But that's what our set looks like. So should you invest in this set at this time? Well, the market has gone down for Marvel cards. It's not like it was a few months ago where this box here went for a few thousand. I know I sold one for $2,000 because I had a couple. But now you can get maybe $1,100, $1,200 for a box like that. So should you invest in it at this time? Well, this is like I said, the granddaddy of them all, the most coveted set. So if you can get a sealed box, then sealed boxes in any cards are always pretty good. So a sealed box can be a good investment. Many people, when they want to grade a card, they'll buy a sealed box and then they'll try to use one of those cards that are in the sealed box, because those should be the most unadulterated, if you will. But you can also just invest in a card that's already graded. That way you don't have to worry about it. If you send it to PSA or BGS or one of these places and it doesn't come back to the standards that you thought it was when you sent it in, if you get one that's already graded, you already know what you're getting into. So that's what some people do. But overall, it is one of the premier sets from the 90s. I love this set. That's why I got it initially. And if you're a Marvel purist, a Marvel enthusiast, you'll love the set too. Maybe you just want to collect it just to collect it. But investment-wise, you really have to gauge the market. Go to places like Mercari and eBay just to see what the market is demanding for it. And if you find a good deal, then you find a good deal. So just wanted to give you an overview, let you know what's going on, and I hope you like it. Feel free to subscribe, and since we had 2 of these here, we'll give this Thor away to 10 of the people that subscribe, like, and comment on this video. We'll give the Spider-Man Presents Thor away. All right. So we appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned for more Marvel reviews, of course, box breaks, and other collectible items. This is Heat Check Collectibles. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.